part of the industry is how you actually turn this into basically a business. It's not just like helping people, it's a good passion. But one part we always neglect is how I can actually make money.
Hey there, it's Jay Kali, aka The Strength Architect, and 7 years ago, I quit my cushy federal job and I risked everything and moved down here to beautiful Cancun, Mexico. And within that time, I've had 3 super successful fitness businesses and I've got to travel the world. Along the way, I've had this awesome opportunity to meet some amazing coaches and to hear their stories, their struggles, and their joys of doing what they do now, living their dream, being a fitness coach. This is for those personal trainers out there who are tired of being stuck in the gym, or for anybody else who is tired of being confined to just their 4 walls and want to step out into the unknown and finally achieve their dream. This is for you. You're going to hear some amazing stories all the way from Paris, France to Istanbul, Turkey, from Berlin, Germany, all the way down to Barcelona, Spain. I'm telling you, these stories are going to motivate you, inspire you, and push you to take action to finally go out there and achieve your dreams. Once again, I'm Jay Kali, and this is the International Fitness Coach, Living the Dream.
Marhaba! We're here in Istanbul with Serkan at Marmara. No, I'm messing that up. It's okay. Marmara Sports Academy. Check out this place.
That's right.
Serkan, thank you, man.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you.
My pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Always.
Istanbul is really, I keep on saying this in every video I feel, but it's blowing my mind. There's so much history here. It's so beautiful here. I mean, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this place. I mean, I don't know what to expect, but I did not expect the culture. I did not expect the history. I didn't expect the architecture, just the differences of each and every little location. It's just beautiful here, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, it's like no other. So what brought you here? What started you to come here in Istanbul?
Well, I'm actually from Turkey. I was born here, and in the middle of my education, I decided, no, I don't want to be an engineer. I really love sports and exercise. I want to learn the science behind this, and I decided to move to California.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was some time ago.
Okay, so let me just get this right. So you're in school for engineering.
Yep.
And you said,
mining engineering, that is.
Mining engineering.
Yep.
Wow. You said, you know what? I don't have a passion for this.
Yeah.
I want to help others.
Exactly.
I want to train others.
Yeah.
And so you went to the States.
Yeah. I was already doing that, but it was more like under the table.
Okay.
And I honestly didn't know what I was doing, just checking a few magazines and reading a few articles and doing that. And then I was like, you know, this is a little bit more serious than just reading a few books. You need to learn the science, and because they're people you're dealing with. And at one time, there was a young boy who I made him run for a very long miles, and then he didn't really feel well. And it was then I learned that with the younger population, you shouldn't be doing long laps, and it should be a little short kind of activities. So I was like, okay, I need to learn this because this is getting riskier, so I want to learn the science, and this is when I decided to go to California.
Man, that's, you know, honestly, we'll do a little segue, because I think that's a great point to say, right? I mean, we get into something because we find passion out of it, but we really don't know what we need to know.
Yeah.
And so it's really important. It's super important to know what you're doing. It's super important to learn, to read, and to really dig deeper into the subject, because, like you said, you don't want to hurt nobody.
Yes.
And you're seeing that. I think it's becoming a lot more prevalent nowadays too, because it's becoming more popular. Fitness has become more popular. And if we hurt people and we injure people, then guess what? Now we turn them off to fitness.
Yeah. Yep.
And now we're actually setting up not just ourselves, but our whole industry back. Mm-hmm. And that's what becomes more of a problem, I think, in my opinion. So Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
You went to the States.
Yeah,
but now you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So
why, huh?
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, the main reason, like I said, to visit California is to learn the fitness from where it was born. Because we were always hear about, you know, everything started there, the Venice Beach and the Muscle Beach and all that
Arnold,
stuff.
Man.
So yeah,
Arnold inspired so many people.
And then and after that, I took a lot of courses and a lot of seminars, and at some point you know that you need to reach the population that needs this the most. So once I got all that knowledge, and it's always nice to share with people that I work with in California, but then I thought maybe people here that are further from the information, and how can I carry that knowledge over here? And that's when I decided to move back to Istanbul again.
Powerful. And so, how has that transition been? Have you? I mean,
it's a slower process than I expected, and because one of the things that I'm kind of not really well with the industry is that it's standardization of the fitness. So a lot of the fitness facilities are a little bit more questioning the need for education. So that was my other part of my basically practice here. I don't want to just do one-on-one training with people, which is paying the bills, always good, but also to educate the other trainers. That was my other motivational reason to be in the fitness industry. But it took a little while, a slower progress, and now more people are informed and wants to learn about fitness, and it's in the last few years things are a lot better.
Man, that's awesome. So it wasn't even just necessarily, I mean, which I think that's why a lot of us go into it, is to help others and help the clients who actually need it. Let's say they're trying to lose weight or trying to get muscle or whatever their goal is.
Goals are.
But then you realize, man, there's a lot of other coaches who don't really, aren't maybe to that same level. Maybe they're just coming into the game. Maybe they don't know where to go find good information.
Exactly.
You know, maybe they're just scrolling the forums or they're scrolling just websites and they really aren't digging as deep as you dig. And I mean, you went all the way to Cali. I mean, you said you took classes in California, took classes in Texas, and even went to classes and seminars in New York. I mean, invest in yourself, I'd probably say, is probably the biggest thing.
Exactly.
That says.
Yeah.
Man, so what would you say is the biggest obstacle that you've had to overcome here as a coach? Maybe even, you can even talk about students, or you can even talk about other coaches.
Well, it might partially be one of my mistakes to expect everyone being in the same level and same passion that I have. I mean, one of the biggest obstacles I had, not a lot of people really care about how much you know. They just want to know that you knew, you chat with them nicely and you make them feel comfortable and you basically tell them good things, and then and you're handsome, and then and then everybody's happy. But it took a while for me to basically find the right population that who's interested in learning more and wants to get better at what they do with their goals and stuff.
Wow.
So that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's, and that can be a really big obstacle to overcome, because some people just look at fitness. We all look at fitness differently, right? It's all a different perspective. Some people are like, well, I'm just going to go run some laps, or I'm just going to go swim, or why do I want to do that stuff? I can just go and just do some pull-ups or go lift heavy weights. Like, we all have our different mindset and perspective of what fitness is. But it actually really brings up a really good point in what you just said, of something a mentor once told me, or that I overheard, is they don't care what you know. They want to know that you care.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They don't care what you know. They want to know that you care.
Yeah.
And I think you just,
which is
an obstacle, right?
Yeah, that's an obstacle.
But it's actually a big part of coaching.
It is.
That it's a little different with the one-on-one, with group coaching, and even teaching other coaches, but actually having that camaraderie and that connection with the person that you're training, and knowing that, I have someone that actually believes in me.
Yeah.
I have someone that cares. That's something that I learned from me personally also. That if for some reason it seems that people don't have a good support system anymore.
Yeah.
People don't have that person they can rely on and say, you know what, I really need help, and they don't have that person to turn to. And so whenever they have that coach or that friend or that buddy that they can say, you know what, this guy actually cares for me, and he cares what happens, so I'm going to do this because I know they got me and they got my back.
Yeah. True. So you kind of had to find the midpoint between those two. Try not to over-educate my clients anymore, and then tell them just things that they need to know, why this is a little less riskier exercise, and how help them with their goals, and also care a lot more and show some more passion, and then everything went cool.
That's nice. Yeah, I mean, it is a balance, and it's a filling out process. I mean, definitely also in the difference of cultures. Some cultures are a little bit more warm, as they say, and other cultures are a little bit colder whenever it comes to that compassion also. So I'm sure it's a wave you got to ride.
It's a wave, you're right.
Nice. What would you say, I gave away a little tip from one of my mentors, what would you say is a number one tip that you learned from your mentor?
That's a great question. And business is in part of the industry is how you actually turn this into basically a business. It's not just like helping people. It's a good passion. But one part we always neglect is how I can actually make money. So that was my weak point, because I was so much interested in the science of the fitness, but really didn't really listen so much about the business. So one of my mentors actually mentioned that, hey, it's not how much you know, but how you actually help gain clients, how you can turn that into green dollar bills, basically.
Yeah.
So that's when I started using the social media more, and putting more videos, putting more exercise pictures, and make things a little bit more public friendly, so people can actually understand what you're saying, and instead of talking too scientifically.
Yeah.
So and then that's kind of really helped me with the new in the last few years, let's say.
That's nice. It's actually another great point, because we can, whenever you start using technical terms and that, and you start getting the metabolism rates too high, and everybody, all of a sudden you just hear people just click. It's like they click off, like,
You lost them.
I don't know that stuff. Just tell me what I need to do to get the results I want to get. So, no, I mean, and I think that a lot of trainers also get into that point of, I just want to help others. I don't care about making money.
Yeah.
Well, you like to help others. I like to help others too, but you also have to eat.
Yeah.
You also have bills to pay. There's things that you have to do, and to convert your knowledge from here to greenbacks, as you say, or green bucks, it can be a process.
Yeah.
So what made you step out of that comfort zone to start using more social media? And I mean, because you're putting yourself out there more, no?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
sometimes, like, I know whenever I first got into online coaching, it was, I don't want to put my face. I don't want to be the face of my business. I got my logo. My logo's enough. I can be like Walmart. People are just going to come to me. But it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. You value yourself in a way that, hey, I'm so valuable. I don't really need to put myself out there. I don't really need to do any marketing and stuff. And I'm so good. I have so many certifications. I deserve this. But it really doesn't happen that way. And then you eventually find out that, okay, I have phone bills that it's coming out of huge debt, and I have 2 bank cards are basically canceled, and I still have to pay a lot of bills to that. And I realize, hey, man, I mean, I should really not be in this state. If I'm a professional, and if I put so much work in education in this field, I should at least be like even, like eventually maybe go to a vacation like you do, and then visit a few more places. And then I was like, okay, now this is time to turn this into a more professional business instead of just being helping people or being an enthusiast.
Wow.
That's how it started.
Man, great points. Write these down, guys. Write these down, because he's dropping gold right now. He's dropping gold. No, I think it's amazing. I think it's a lot of things that we don't hear also, or we don't know how, right? We don't know how to do it, or we don't even dig deep enough. Like, oh, no, I have 4 different certifications behind my name. People are just going to come to me. But like the old saying was, build it and they'll come, but it's not really.
No.
No, you got to definitely put yourself out there and go find the people and have them attracted to you too.
Definitely.
The more they get to know you and get to know who you are, the more you attract people, right?
Yep.
Another great saying from another mentor, Jim Rohn, by the way, is, you can chase success, you can chase after it, but it's like butterflies. The more you chase after them, the more they're just going to fly away.
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit still, relax, and you are who you are, and you shine, the butterflies will come and just sit right on your shoulder. It's like success.
Yeah.
It's crazy, no?
Yeah.
I really like that saying. It's a really fun one for me. So I think it's amazing. What else would you say? Anything else to any coaches out there? Like, I know we talked about business. I know we talked about putting ourselves out there. But is there anything else you'd like to tell them?
Well, patience, definitely. I mean, it's not like in an overnight process. It's always good to get education. Always good to basically have some experience in the field. But if things doesn't really turn out the way you like, and sometimes maybe it doesn't meant to be during those periods, so you wait a little bit while, but continue the nice work, continue really putting your effort out there, continue putting nice videos and exercise, and maybe write articles, and be patient, and eventually, just like you said, the success will follow.
Success comes. Exactly. Be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Just like in your fitness, I mean, we got to think, not all of us were just born Greek fitness gods, right? We've
Yeah.
been working at this for years,
Yeah.
to get to the level that we are now.
Yeah.
Same thing with your clients. Your clients come in and, you know, they're struggling, but you tell them, be
Yeah.
consistent, be consistent, be
Yeah.
consistent. Same thing goes for business.
Absolutely.
Be consistent in your business, be consistent in what you're doing, and it will come. You're going to see the results you're looking for.
Exactly.
That's awesome, Serkan.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's gold. That's
Cool.
gold. So,
Thank you.
if you're ever in Istanbul and anybody ever comes, because like I said, triple travel, people want to know, people want to come to some
Right.
cool places, some cool sports academies like this. I mean, who doesn't want to train in a place like this?
Yeah.
There's a huge gym over here. We're not in there because it's super loud, but there's a gym here too that you guys can train at, I promise you. How can they get in contact with you? How can they find you?
Well, definitely we're going to provide some maybe email addresses
Yep.
and maybe phone numbers. And I'm since using more frequently my social media, definitely they can hook up with me there through some messaging and some emailing. I'd love to help with them, whatever the fitness reasons they have, or just want to meet me. It's all fine. And hopefully we're going to be inviting more fitness speakers and fitness educators here in Istanbul.
Oh, man.
And we're going to see a few more names, hopefully. And it's going to be a nice summit here, hopefully.
Good. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you want to bring the knowledge to the people who need it the
Yeah,
most, and I
yeah.
think that's one of the most powerful things you can do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Huge hunger here about
Huge hunger.
the education. So
Good.
lots of people wants to really see some good names and basically break the language barrier and learn as much as they can from them. So one of my future goals is to do that more often.
Man, that's awesome. And honestly, it's kind of cool because you're saying that's one of the biggest obstacles that you had to overcome.
Yeah.
Was bringing
Yeah.
the standardization of fitness here to the city.
To the city, yeah.
And you're doing that. So,
Cool.
Man, Serkan, thank you for
you
your
so
time,
much.
man. This has been
Anytime.
great, man. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Check him out. Listen, come to Istanbul because this place is awesome, first and foremost. And whenever you're here, check out my man Serkan because you're going to have a great time. This dude knows a lot. He's going to help you out as much as he can. Bye, guys.
Take care.